Well, today, the Federal Reserve voted to raise interest rates again, fifth time this year. The feds hope it's enough to lower inflation here in the U.S.
But after so many rate hikes, many of us are wondering, is there a limit on how many times the feds can raise those rates? Brandon Lewis verifies.
The Federal Reserve is on a mission to tame rising inflation in the U.S. and once again raised interest rates. Its Federal Open Market Committee has voted on increases at 5 of its last 6 meetings this year. A Verify viewer texted us to ask if there's an annual limit on rate hikes. So let's verify. Is there a limit to how many times the Federal Reserve can adjust interest rates? Our sources are the Federal Reserve Act, economics professor Alan Ginn, and David Wessel with the Brookings Institution. In 1913, Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act. This gave the Federal Reserve 2 jobs: to support maximum employment and to keep prices stable by holding inflation around 2%. Wessel tells Verify the law allows the Fed substantial flexibility to do its job by raising or lowering interest rates in response to changes in the economy. Simply put, a higher rate means it's more expensive to borrow money, which leads to higher rates for car loans and mortgages, which should decrease demand and help keep inflation in check. A lower rate does the opposite. All of our sources say there are no restrictions on how often or how much the Fed can raise rates. So, no, there is not a limit to how many times the Federal Reserve can adjust interest rates. Ginn tells Verify he expects the Fed will continue raising rates through the end of the year, but isn't expecting many more increases in 2023. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Tough news for borrowers. All right, now if you have something you want us to verify, send us a message to our email. That's verify@12newsnow.com or messages on one of our social media apps.
All right,